Well, good evening or good afternoon, and welcome to Fishing with CJ. And we're on the beach, in Eastbourne. You can probably see the pier behind me here. So there's the pier. My finger. There's the pier, Eastbourne Pier, and we're fishing on the beach in Eastbourne. Trust me, it was sunny when I got down there, but in the short time it's taken me to get geared up, the cloud has just covered over and it's stopped being sunny. It is forecast to rain a little bit tonight, I believe, around about 10 o'clock. I don't know how heavy that's going to be, whether it'll warrant getting a shelter out or not, but just as the sun's going down. And it'll be interesting to see how that affects the fishing. But yeah, anyway, so welcome to Fishing with CJ. Right, welcome to live chat. Is anybody on here chatting? Someone say hello. Tronics, breezy. Well, actually, it's not too bad here. I think there is a bit of a southwesterly blow, but I'm nicely tucked in here. This area of beach is well sheltered by beachy head, so the sea's nice and calm. And I've got a big groin just over there, which keeps me sheltered from the wind. So that's very nice. I'm going to keep this short because I don't know that I've cured the flashing screen. Just someone let me know if it's still blinking. I've almost given up doing lives because of this. Right, well, I'm going to be joined down here by the legend that is Tony Kirridge in a little while, and he's going to show me how to catch. Oh, flashing screen has stopped. Unbelievable. I mean, I've done nothing, so I'm assuming that either YouTube or Samsung have done something. But oh, if that's true, that's really good news. That's really good news. Almost warrants a dance, actually. I'm going to dance if I catch the target species. As I say, I'm down here. Tony Kirridge is going to join me down here. He's going to give me a little bit of a teach, and we'll do a video of it, of how to rig up and tackle up for. Hey Val, how to rig up and tackle up for the chosen species. All I can say is it hasn't got any teeth. Hey Ben, how you doing, buddy? It's quite pleasant air. I've got the crab cam out on the other rod. I'm quite selfishly spread out across this little bay here. I've got two rods set up because I'm trying to keep this bay reserved for. There's 3 or 4 coming down here, I think. So Tony's coming down. Hopefully Joe Plumstead's going to turn up down here. I think Jason says he's going to join us. So it should be an interesting session. Fingers crossed that the target species. Oh, wow, well done. I mean, what time is it there? It's only about, I don't know what time it is here. Probably about 5 o'clock, isn't it? Might be actually probably getting on for 6, is it? I don't know what time it is. I haven't got a clue. My only means of telling the time is this phone, and this phone is currently doing a live. 1 p.m. Okay. How many hours behind us are you? We spoke too soon. Christoph. Dzień dobry. Dzień dobry, Christoph. Are you fishing? Yeah, 6 o'clock. All right, cool. Good. I mean, I took a gamble on the parking ticket and only got an hour, which would have taken me up to about 5:45, just hoping that the last 15 minutes wasn't the time the traffic wardens come round. We'll find out if I get a ticket. Now, obviously, because I'm facing the screen, facing you, and the rods are behind me, I might not see if I get a bite. So if I suddenly see me get a bite, well, that's kind of good news. It sounds like something's being resolved. Just a wee bit of flickering. Yeah, very frustrating. Very frustrating. I'm having a frustrating time at the moment. I crashed my boat, so that's in the workshop getting repaired. I broke 2 rod rings on my Ziplex. Hi, Sammy. So I had to replace those, and I just bloody dropped my other rod, went to cast that crab cun on it, and the line just cut through because I'd cracked another bloody ring. So I'm having a bit of a ring repair time at the moment. So I need a new tip ring for my my Black Rock SS10. I mean, it's not a problem. Tip rings are no problem. Just heat them up, pull them off, put a new one on. But it's just annoying. I've not cracked a bloody ring. I don't think I've ever cracked a ring, and I've done 3 in the space of a month. I guess that's how it goes. Ah, okay. Which one? Which type pen title did you get? The blue or the red? Yeah, I probably was with you there because that's where I started out. About half the reason I moved down here. Hey Lawrence, half the reason I moved down here was I was coming down fishing here every weekend, and I kind of discovered Tony's because he sold Ziplexes in those days. So I bought all my first 2 Ziplexes, first 3 Ziplexes from him, and I kind of moved down here, kind of because of it, that and the boats I was going out in New Haven. So I've known Tony of old, so I regard him as a mate. No, that's really good. I mean, the fact that he's still doing is annoying, but the fact that he's not doing it so much is a real result. And I've got to work out what it is. How did I crash my boat? I was where my boat is kept. You have to turn 90 degrees to the river to head it onto the slip, all right? And your crewman has to get up on the front of the boat and hop off as I nose it onto the shore, or rather try and stop it hitting the shore because the shore is just broken bricks. And I was getting very close to that point, and I said to my crewman Simon, "Mate, do you want to go to the front?" And I said, "I'll just move this tackle box out of the way." And I bent down to pull this tackle box out of the way, and it must, at that moment in time, the boat must have decided to do a veer to the right, straight in, and there's a wharf, all right. So ordinarily it would have just scraped across the wharf, but in one place there's like a little bay area in the wharf, probably because it's broken away or something like that, with a bloody great big steel joist at one end of it. And guess what? I went straight into this steel girder. Stopped the boat dead. I was only going about 4 or 5 miles an hour. I wasn't going any faster than that. Yeah, crunch. And fiberglass and steel don't really get on. So it's done quite a bit of damage to the front of the boat. It's not below the water. I mean, I was crapping myself. I thought maybe we were going to sink, but it wasn't. It was above the water line. So it's an insurance job. It's what you pay your insurance for, I guess. And it's getting repaired at this moment. The guy's doing it is meant to be rather good at glassing. And yeah. I used to love Tony's Tackle Open, met Ian Goals, Alan Yates, Neil McKellar, Paul Carey, Dave Dockroy. Yeah, mate. I mean, that was back in the day, wasn't it? I mean, that was kind of, you know, that was Sea Angler. They were in Sea Angler every week. I mean, Tony was like the star as far as I'm concerned. I mean, he was on his way to being world champion, wasn't he? But all of those great names. I mean, I only know Tony. I don't know any of the others. Of course, a lot of them aren't with us anymore. I mean, Neil's gone, Ian's gone. Yeah. No, they were top of the game, weren't they? I think in the days before YouTube and everything, it was them writing articles in the magazine, Sea Angler, and what was it? There was two. It was Sea Fishing and Sea Angler. I quite like Sea Fishing, but it didn't last for long. It seemed to fizzle away. But Angling Times, they were in all those magazines, weren't they? I mean, Tony Kerridge was, as I say, was a star. He was like a pin-up. Yeah, good old days of fishing. And I was well into beach fishing then, and then I gave it up for about 30 to 40 years. And it was Tony that got me back into it, actually. It was him that taught me into continental rods and fixed spool reels, because I kind of was sure that I wasn't going to be able to manage a multiplier anymore. And you know, that was a couple of years ago, and I'm back with the Ziplex and the multipliers now. So yeah, most important thing, no one was hurt, mate, and that was the most important. Okay, mate, it sounds like a good. Hi, Richard. Hi, everyone in the chat. Yeah, great lads. Hi, Rich. Again, Richard. Yeah, no, I mean, it's what you pay insurance for, isn't it? Hey, Amanda. I quite like that. That's a good idea, man. They just put together a few little emojis and say hello to the chat rather than everybody going, hello, John, hello, Bill, hello, Mary, hello, Philip. Yeah, no, that's a good idea. So, hello, chat. Hello to the chat. Anyway, I'm on a diet. Let's have a bit of news. So I've got no food with me tonight. All I've got is a flask of hot, low-fat Ribena. I've lost half a stone this week, which for the Americans is £7, which I'm quite pleased with. Although, having said that, I weighed myself this morning, and yesterday I didn't actually lose anything. Possibly because I had a whiskey last night, I don't know. But yeah, I do need to lose some weight. So I'm kind of into the swing of it at the moment. So I need to get good moves going for the dancing, don't I, really? What's everyone else been up to? Yeah, boats are a hole in the water that you throw your money into. It's a well-known fact. This is my third boat, and actually the best of the three. I love it. I love it. I was so upset when I damaged the front of it, but I'm hoping that it will be repaired better than it was before, because before I bought it, it had some sort of a repair on the bow. I think the bow roller had broken out or something like that. And the repair was a bit of a bodge job. So I'm hoping that the guy who's doing it is renowned for his finesse. That he will do a good job of it. I'm looking forward to seeing it. And maybe we'll break a bottle of champagne over the trailer or something and relaunch it. Mate, I do plummet out of the sky like an anvil at the moment. I do come down like this. Quite rapidly. Yeah, I bet it's hot. I mean, it's actually quite cool here now. I was only wearing a shirt and shorts when I first got it, but I've put my top on because it's actually chilled off a little bit. And the forecast is for it to push it down with rain. Yeah. Nice view behind me. See if I can get that so it goes into focus. So I don't know if that goes into focus or not. But that's Eastbourne Pier that you can see behind me. We're right in the middle of Eastbourne actually. And when I got here, there was a few people swimming, but fortunately it has cooled down a bit. I'm hoping that means there won't be any swimmers. We've got an awful lot of seals round at the moment. Awful lot of seals. I don't know why that is, but I went lure fishing off the beach last night with Si, and I was walking back to because I'd gone off and tried a different location, and as I walked back to him, I could see what looked like a black ball right in front, literally 10 yards in front of him on the beach. It was a bloody seal. Had followed his lure in. Luckily, it hadn't taken his lure, because that would have been an interesting PB, wouldn't it? I don't think he'd have landed it. Yeah. So, I don't know if everyone else is seeing. Okay, no, Totally Awesome was a cathedral hole, like a dory. Mine's a raider. It's more of a skimming orthodox hole. Yeah, no, quite different to Totally Awesome's. The similar holes are on Warriors. Mine's a raider, but Warrior holes are very similar. There's a few bulbs. It's a modern hull. The Totally Awesome are a little bit old hat now. They don't tend to make them, I don't think, or they don't make so much of them. Great, very stable boat, but they do slam if there's any sort of a chop. I think Graham Pullen's selling his, if he's not already sold it. He was saying he was going to give it up. I seem to remember seeing one of his videos recently. Yeah, Myla. I do like Myla. I do go down. I'm hoping to go down there with John Locker in about 2 weeks' time, go shark fishing with him. So you heard it here first, folks. Obviously dependent on the weather, but that's what we're trying to arrange. He phoned me up day before yesterday. He said, "What are you doing tomorrow?" I.e. yesterday. And I said, "I've got a doctor's appointment." He said, "Oh," he says, I was going to say it's short notice, but did you want to come out and go shark fishing? Bloody hell. So anyway, didn't happen yesterday, but it's going to happen in about 2.5 weeks' time, hopefully. Fingers crossed, inshallah. And if it's a successful trip, it will be a video, which will be good. The other thing, I was talking to Glenn in the Angler's Den today. Glyn, rather. Glenn in the Angler's Den. Glyn, what am I talking about? Glyn in the Angler's Den. And we're going to do a video about lure fishing, about the rods, reels, tackle, different types of lures. Yeah, he's a great bloke, isn't he, John? I know him quite well. I mean, I've been snorkeling with him. I've been out on his boat. We chat a lot on Facebook about YouTube and what have you. And his missus, we're quite friends with his missus as well. Hannah's great, and little James as well. So we're quite good friends. Yeah, he's a good mate. Anyway, I mean that's what's in the planning. It's not it's not a given. It's going to happen because you never know. There might be a storm or something like that. And he's going off on holiday after that, so it has to be that day or not or not. So yeah. Well, that's all my news. Haven't been catching many fish. I went out. My last video. Whiskey's good for calories. Yeah, it's full of calories, I think. But it is good. I agree with you. I went out. My last video, I went out. We went west of here, and first cast, I had a bass, and I thought, yeah, here we go. But it was the curse of the first cast. You might have seen the video. I think, Christoph, that's a very nice thought, but I don't think it is that low in calories. I think it's quite high in fat calories. At the moment, here, not that I can see. I'm not seeing it on my line or anything like that. I haven't wound in yet. But no, it doesn't look too bad at all. Where I was down sort of west of Brighton, it was bloody weedy. But I'm led to believe, somebody told me on good authority, that the weed has gone. So I think Alex, who you would have seen on my videos, got a feeling he might be going down there tonight. So we'll hear if the weed's gone or not. Let's keep your fingers crossed. Hope it is. 100 calories in one. Yeah, it depends how big the shot is, though, Val. Well, I like my shots to be large caliber. Yeah, 100 calories a shot. I mean, I don't mix it with anything, so there's no Coca-Cola or ginger ale or anything like that. It's just mixed with a couple of ice cubes, so I'm not adding to the calorific value of it. But I think you'll find that because alcohol is inflammable, by virtue of the fact it's inflammable, it is an indication. I would have said more like 3. Okay, East and West Bognor webcams. I'll have to look at that. Where would you just Google that, East and West Bognor webcams? I mean, I imagine that for Bognor and the likes, that they want the weed to go on because they want to encourage people to come along and enjoy the beach. And when it's full of weed, it's like swimming in, well, I don't think what it's like swimming in, but it's not pleasant. Come on, I'm not anticipating catching much at the moment. At the moment, this near rod has just got a scratching rig on it, and the far rod has got a big bait, but it's got the webcam, so it's not cast out very far. Okay, East and West Bognor. I'll look. I'll find them on Google. It's worth not knowing that, because I do want to. Because obviously there's undulate rays, stingrays, um, smooth hounds, all sorts of interesting fish down there, which would definitely on my bucket list to catch. Um, right, just gonna go and get myself a drink. Oh, yeah, my worms were escaping. Yeah, I mean, drinking calorific alcoholic drinks, we like to kid ourselves that a gin and slimline tonic is a dietary drink, but I don't think it is. I think the gin puts paid to that. As I say, there's an awful lot of sugar goes into alcohol, and the fact that it's inflammable means it's high calorific value. But you know, all I've had to eat today is a very small dish of oats with sweetener on them and 3 boiled eggs. So that's all I've eaten all day, which I think is quite good. And I'm now drinking hot Ribena. Looks like red wine. I can kid myself it's red wine. Yeah, I like the idea of one shot for one leg and one shot for the other leg. Yeah, for the balance, I think that's probably right. I mean, you can eat as much as you like. You don't lose much weight, but at least you don't go hungry. Saltwater angler has just come on live too. All right, good health to him. I've got a little bit of activity on this near rod, actually. Could be crabs. I mean, there's a lot of spider crabs around now, which are a pain in the arse. They do snip your hooks off. Yeah, there's definitely something twitching that rod. Doesn't particularly look like a fish bite though. Can't see any weed hanging on the line. Val, you sound like you're a bit of an expert on alcohol and their calorific values. At the moment, Carl, no, nothing. I'm really not anticipating anything yet. It's a little bit early. Um, I've come down the beach a bit early so that I could actually collar this spot because I think it's going to be fairly well sought after spot. Um, so I'm led to believe. So that's why I'm fishing fairly selfishly at the moment. I've got 2 rods set up so it looks like there's 2 of us down there. Yeah, it's definitely something moving that rod tip around. Yeah, hope for your fish, Chris. Yeah, it'd be nice. I have Alexa. I've had to change the name of my Alexa because my grandson had worked it out. And so he'd come in the house and he'd be having arguments with Alexa, getting it to play all sorts of horrible children music. So we've changed it to something else now. And he was going, Alexa, Alexa, why isn't Alexa working? Don't know, must be broken. Oh, so Alexa's telling you the calorific value of alcohol. That's good, isn't it? I'm only waking up to this 21st century stuff where you can actually stand in a kitchen and ask a little box on the wall thing and it answers you. I was what did I ask it the other day? I think I was trying to find out who originally sang Catfish Blues. Alexa, what is the meaning of life? I'm not asking my Alexa, I'm asking yours, Val. I don't know if it can hear me. The answer is 42. Well, I'm going to wind this rod in, see if there is something on there, see if there's any bait left on there, to be honest. So I'll be back in a minute. So there is a bit of weed. Right, well, there was nothing there, a bit of weed. A better view of the coast. Yeah, nothing there. No baits weren't even been touched, so there's a lovely little old-fashioned sailing ketch, I suppose, going out there. Come on, turn the camera so you can see it. Let me see that. Oh, yeah, just there. Maybe it'll focus on it. Beautiful old boat. Reach out and experience without fear the meaning of life. Right, okay. 27,000 steps. Robert Petway, I know that. Catfish Blues in 1941. I did find that out. I'm trying to. I've got in mind a version of it by somebody with a really deep voice, and so I was going all through all the various people that have done it. So going back from Jimi Hendrix to Muddy Waters and John Lee Hooker, John Lee Hooker, B.B. King, but I still haven't found the one that I've got in my mind as a version of Catfish Blues. I do like that song. The pity is, for my YouTube channel, to get royalty-free music, I have to use a thing called Epidemic Sound. I mean, there probably are other programs out there. Epidemic Sound is very good. I've subscribed. It cost me, I think, £9 a month or something like that. But it means I've got almost limitless music. But if you put blues into it, it's all tosh. It's not proper blues music. And I do like a proper bit of southern states blues. So I hope when you listen to watch my videos, the edited ones, if you do watch them, that you like my choice of music. I do spend quite a long time angsting over what music to put onto them, apart from the dancing music, which is just crap dancing music. I had a bit of feedback from somebody on YouTube the other day, basically saying that I need to get the sound sorted out of my videos. I obviously can do it because of the dreadful music I play. Doesn't have to watch, does he? And as I pointed out to him, I'm only an amateur. I'm not down the beach here with a sound team and people checking the sound levels constantly and with a great big bloody furry sausage on a stick and what have you. Yeah, whatever. Sound is the hardest thing to get right on YouTube. In fact, sound is the hardest thing to get right on any video recording. I've got a mate who does it for a living, and even he says it's bloody difficult. Jason, right mate, get your ass down here, because I've reserved the whole little bay here. You want to get down here because I think Tony wants to get in here as well, so get your ass down here. Right, GW message retracted, I don't know what that's about. Mountain Man, how you doing mate? Yeah, I've bumped into a few of my subscribers recently, and both of them I've asked if there was anything that I could do differently or better. Is there anything that you'd like more of or less of? And they both said, no, we like it the way it is. So kind of carry on doing it the way I do it. I guess it's my style. I do appeal to the older. All of my subscribers virtually are aged over the age of 45. And the biggest spike is 65. So I appeal to the older gentleman lady, which I don't mind. I'm not down with the youth. Now, there are probably some of you on here that are not subscribed. Please subscribe. It doesn't cost anything. You are not committing yourself to anything if you subscribe. Alright? You just click in a thing. I mean, I've said this 1,000 times, I'll say it again. I think YouTube have got it wrong. It shouldn't be called subscription, because I don't like clicking something that says subscription, because it infers I've got to pay for it. It isn't, it's free. Alright? So click that subscribe button, please. It makes a lot of difference. The more subscriptions I get, well, one, it means I catch up with Jason, who's streaked away from me, and two, I think that the more subscriptions you get, the more that YouTube value your input and promote your videos. And that's, I do it as a hobby. Yeah, your support is greatly appreciated. Thank you very much, Val. It doesn't need to be repeated over and over again. It's just the once, but thanks very much. Yeah, your support is why I do this. All right. Firstly, I ain't got a clue what I'm talking about. There are a few that get onto YouTube who, once they're on YouTube, seem to think that they know everything, and they don't. All right? I admit, every day is a school day for me. I learn something new, and that is why I like to go fishing with people like Tony Kerridge or John Locker or Graham Pullen, because I learn from them. All right? Every day's a school day, so I'm learning something new every time I come out. In fact, a lot of this stuff I've already forgotten. Because when you get to a certain age, thanks, more normal than most. Right, thanks for that. I'm not quite sure what that means. Is that a compliment? I like to think I'm abnormal. Yeah, thanks for that. Well, I've lost my drift now. Yeah, thanks for. I mean, that's very nice of you to say that. Yeah, so I don't profess to be the font of all knowledge. I'll share what I learn. All right, I'll share what works for me. It might not work for you. I'll share the fish I catch. The kind of the main reason that I'm doing this YouTube channel, I think, and I'm trying to analyse why I do it. I think one of the main reasons is that back in the day. Oh, thanks. All right. Yeah. Back in the day, you kept everything you caught. Well, I don't want. I'm not that far behind you, actually, AJ, to be honest. Yeah, back in the day, you kept everything you caught. So, but now I don't. I like to catch and release as much as possible. I mean, I will take fish to eat. I do like eating the odd fish, but I don't want to fill my freezer with them. I'd rather have a fresh fish. Like if I've got a reasonable sized bass tonight, it will go home with me for tea, and I'll have it for my dinner tonight or tomorrow. And fish is good if you're on a diet, as long as you don't swathe it in sauce and fry it. So that's part of the reason, but it's a way of recording your catch. Why else do I do it? Well, I've been into photography ever since I can remember, and for the first time ever, with the software and computers and stuff like that, you can really, I like playing with it. I like trying out new ideas for editing and what have you. Um, I like to do things that are really high definition. You know, when I watch a YouTube channel, when you watch television now, sometimes when you watch some of the YouTube and they show old videos, you think, oh God, that's crap. I can't be bothered to watch that. I want to see something that's crystal clear, and that's what I strive to do. Now, I don't know if this live's crystal clear because it will all depend on how it's streaming and what have you. But when I do my videos, my edited videos, I do like to try and get them high definition. So, older audience, you cheeky young'un. Yeah, yeah. As I say, I'm not. I was flicking through YouTube last night, and there was a thing about Johnny Cash. Now, I like Johnny Cash, but it was Johnny Cash's last concert, and he kind of came out on a stage. He was assisted out on stage. He sat down to sing, and he looked ancient. He really looked old. So I asked. That was, in fact, I think that's what it was. I think I asked Alexa, how old was Johnny Cash when he died? And he was only 71. He's only 4 years older than me. Good God, he didn't look 4 years. I mean, I know he'd had a lot of health problems, and he'd also misused his body a great deal. But good grief, I hope I'm not going to deteriorate that quick in the next 4 years. Yeah. Rest in peace, Johnny Cash. I think that's a very diplomatic way of putting it, Val. A difficult life. Yeah, I think some of the difficulties were of his making. Hey, Kevin. Jamie Webb. Right. Well, yeah. We went fishing. I went fishing at Splash Point last night with a lure rod. I was hoping to pick up a mackerel or a bass, but the water was gin clear. I haven't seen it that clear for a long time. I've got my new toy, which I haven't quite got working right, which is an underwater it's a submarine camera, like a drone. Yeah. And it would have been good to have got it working last night, but I tried it during the day and I still not got it set up right. I think I've resolved it. Actually, you probably know that me and IT are in a long suffering battle. I don't get on with IT. I'm forever having problems like this proxy phone flashing. Is it still blinking, by the way, or has it got better? Now the good thing about drinking hot Ribena, right? Okay. Yeah. Okay. Is that if you let it go cold, it's just cold Ribena. It's not like a cold cup of tea. It's disgusting. It becomes refreshing. But that's good. It's loads and loads better. That's good to hear. Yeah, live prawns off seafood off Splash Point. I used to do a lot of kayaking with live prawns for bass, and had some right results doing that. It's something I might try doing. One of the reasons I bought my new truck is that it meant I could put roof bars on it and move my kayak about. I need to do that. I don't stuff like kayaking, foreshore stuff. I don't like doing it on my own. I think it's you're a long way from help if something goes wrong. So I do need. I mean, I have got some friends with kayaks now, so it's something we will do. I think do a bit of kayaking, do a bit of foreshore foraging. Yeah, and those prawns, I think are delicious. Caleb, mate, bloody hell, how are you doing, friend? Congratulations on being a father. I know that's quite a long time ago now. He looks like a strapping young lad. I mean, I follow you on Facebook, obviously. But bloody hell, Caleb, how you doing, mate? See you still playing basketball. Aren't you getting a bit old for that? Yeah, that's just for those of you that don't know. That a friend of mine just popped up on me. I haven't spoken to for ages. We worked in Dubai together. One spider crab. That sounds a bit like my fishing, that does. Um, yeah, fishing's a little bit up and down at the moment, isn't it? And I seem to be fishing on all the down days. Um, what I'm going to do regarding videos tonight is when I finish the live, I will then start recording for the actual recorded, edited version, edited video. So I don't know what time it is now, but I would think that it's probably around about now. I'm going to have to stop this. Good for carp. There you go. What? But that would be cooked prawns, isn't it, for carp? You wouldn't be using live prawns for carp, mate. Caleb, yeah, fantastic. I'm envious. I'm envious of you. There's parts of me wish I'd never came away from Dubai, and there's parts of me that I had to leave that place. It was destroying me. But yeah, big up on you that you've managed to stick it out there and you've made a life for yourself. Really good. Good to see you on here. Good to see you on here. What's your boy's name, Caleb? I'll give him a shout out if you give me his name. Luke and, oh blimey, two of them. I've not been keeping up. Luke and Lily. Okay, well, Luke and Lily Burgess, big up to you. Big up from the chat. Carp, also a good bait, really. Cockles. Okay. Yeah. Anyway, I'm gonna love you and leave you on this. Been busy, mate? What is that? Was that a question or a statement? Are you all busy or am I busy? I'm trying not to be busy. I do a little bit of work. I have to do a bit. I could do with a bit more actually. I've got an expensive holiday booked for next year, and at the moment I'm not. Yeah, Luke and Lily Burgess. Woohoo! Are they watching this, Caleb? Are they with you? Right, I'm gonna have to shut the live down because people are starting to ring me now. So I'm gonna love you and leave you. Yeah, Luke and Lily Burgess. Woohoo! I'm gonna shut this down now. Yeah, mate, trust me, I've been down this route. I had 3 kids, and now I've got quite a few grandchildren. It's a pity. Yeah, I'm going to love you and leave you all now, everyone. I'm going to say peace and love to the lot of you. Caleb, I'll leave this up. So that you will be able to play it back to them, so that they can see that they get a big up on YouTube, if that's what they want. And yeah, be in touch, Caleb. I will be in touch with you. I'll give you a shout. I'll give you a call, or Facebook you or whatever, shortly. Yeah, so I'm gonna close this down now. Jason's just tried ringing me. He's probably asking me where I am. Cheers, Carl. Much respect, Manda. Thank you. I'm going to be up in your part of the world again soon. I think I've got a contract up in the Midlands shortly. Hopefully, I'll pay for my holiday. Yeah, I do wish to take my adventures to New Zealand. Yes, I do. Currently, we seem to be going to Costa Rica a lot because I love it. I love Costa Rica. It's an amazing place. We found a part of Costa Rica that's completely unspoilt and not touristy. And you're living in the tropical rainforest, surrounded by monkeys and toucans and parrots and what have you. It's just amazing. So that's our holiday in January. It's only 200 shopping days to holiday. Anyway, I keep saying it, I'm going to go. I'm going. I'll see you later. Bye.